Hi, and welcome to another episode of Lemoyne Out Loud. I'm Erin Van Slyke.
And I'm Alex Stamis.
In Lemoyne news, the Department of Visual and Performing Arts at the PAC is to present Jules Verne and Mark Brown, the adaptation of Around the World in 80 Days, on April 13th, 14th, and 19th through the 21st. Director and Assistant Professor Matt Curoni, the show contains the best of all genres from the romance to adventure and mystery. Check out lemoyne.edu for more information regarding ticket sales.
In local news, Syracuse University announces the lineup for an anticipated concert for both Syracuse University and Lemoyne students alike. Acts such as Cascade, Cold War Kids are the two headliner bands that will be in attendance at SU's block party. In a recent poll, 51% of SU students stated that they wouldn't go to the concert. Acts that have previously been at block party before consist of big names such as Kid Cudi, Girl Talk, and Drake. What do you think about this, Erin?
I actually tried to go to Drake last year, and it took forever for him to come on. I just left. We were literally there for 4 hours. I just left.
Have you ever been to block party?
I have not been to block party.
I've never been there either.
I've
so
not.
I
I don't know. I mean, I'll go if it's supposed to be fun, but I don't know. I honestly don't know how it was in the past.
More than half of SU isn't going, so.
That means all Lemoyne kids can go.
That's true.
And then it'll be a Lemoyne party instead of an SU party, because
That's
SU
true.
kids are lame. National news, JetBlue Captain Clayton Osbon yelled about a bomb on a plane and urged passengers to pray and get off the plane. The flight to Las Vegas has been suspended as of Wednesday. Clayton Osbon was wrestled to the ground after his crazed rant and detained in the cockpit. Osbon originally stormed out of the cockpit and forced his way to the bathroom, where co-workers tried to calm him down. It is not clear if Osbon will face any criminal charges or civil charges for disturbing the flight. For exclusive footage of the video taken on the plane, check out LCTV footage for further update. That's kind of interesting.
I don't know what to think of this. So that's everyone's worst fear.
Do you know what goes through my mind is meet the parents, or isn't it is it Meet the Parents?
Yeah, at the end when
he goes to don't bomb. Don't say.
It's like everyone's worst fear when they get on the plane. The cockpit just loses his mind.
Yeah.
I mean, not the cockpit, the pilot. Sorry, the pilot loses his mind.
It's very funny. I was just yells about a bomb. He was probably he probably has such anxiety about it that he just finally snapped.
Just lost it.
But there was no bomb on the airplane. There was no bomb. At least it's not that guy that fell asleep though on the airplane.
At the wheel of the plane.
He fell asleep on the wheel because it's all pre-done, so he just would fall asleep and just
That's not something you tell other people. Well,
anyway.
In media news, Michael Bay, director of Transformers and Armageddon, dropped a bomb recently in media news as he announced the release of his new movie out in 2013. The live-action film title has been changed from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to just Ninja Turtles. Bay announced also that the most significant change to the Turtles' origins would be that instead of them being mutants, they'd actually be aliens from space. How ridiculous is this, Erin?
I am floored. I will not lie.
I
am
heard
really
about this,
upset. We all grew up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so it has to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, you can't just change something as, I guess, you can change small details because you see that happen with books.
Yeah,
when
well,
they make the movies,
it's interpreted different ways, and they make it so it's longer than a half-hour show.
But he's changing the entire storyline.
This is upsetting. It's not even Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles anymore.
It's Teenage Mutant. It's
Teenage Mutant Nothing.
It's another alien movie.
Teenage Mutant Nothing. just another alien movie.
Yeah, exactly.
But let us know what you think. You can check out Twitter at LCTV Lemoyne and let us know what you think about this, what we think is an outrage, and we think you'll agree with us. And I think that's all we have for news today for Lemoyne Out Loud. I'm Erin Van Slyke.
And I'm Alex Stamis.
And we'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Dan Snyder with Matt Clark, Jeremiah Deep, and Alex Stamis. Welcome to LCTV Sports Talk. First on tap, Tim Tebow, officially a Jet. Why?
I mean, we all know I'm a Broncos fan here. I love Tebow. I wish him success wherever he goes, but the Jets, to me, not a good fit. I think it's going to cause way too much controversy. I think we briefly discussed this on the last show. They got a head coach who's full of himself, a locker room that's already corrupt as it is, a shaky starting quarterback. The last thing you need is Tebow. And then you got the fans eventually they're going to, as soon as Mark Sanchez throws an interception, they're going to be on Sanchez like hawks.
Right, you bring the sinner, or you bring the saint into the sinner's locker room. It's going to be pandemonium.
Well, I look at it this way. I didn't like this move last week, but I'll try to look at the positive side now that it's here and there's nothing you can do about it. I think that in the end, the Jets, they got a good quarterback who can run the Wildcat, and ultimately he's going to push Mark Sanchez. So now Mark Sanchez finally has a backup that's going to push him. So yes, when he does throw his first interception, he's going to hear it, and hopefully he does hear it, and he'll make necessary adjustments so he doesn't throw as many interceptions, and he gets wins, it gets him back to the playoffs. So I think it's going to help Mark Sanchez. Yes, there might be a ruckus, there might cause a lot of problems, but in the end, it is what it is. He's there. He's going to make the team better in the red zone. Probably he's going to push Mark Sanchez. So we have to look at the positives now that he's there. I mean, I don't think it was a great fit either, but it is what it is, and he's there. So I think in the end, the Jets will be better for it, and Mark Sanchez can be better for it if he learns how to just step up and take the pressure and deal with it and be a better starting quarterback for it.
Maybe paraphrasing this a little bit, but Tim Tebow did say in his press conference, however he can help the team, he will help the team.
The old saying is if you have two starting quarterbacks, you have no starting quarterbacks. In this situation, the Jets have 0 starting quarterbacks because they have 2 quarterbacks who aren't very good, who've shown that if played consistently well by a good defense, they will break down and have bad games. And Jets fans, they enjoy good quarterback play, so I really don't see the necessity for this move. I feel like the Jets would have been much better off going after David Garrard, someone who's proven that he can throw 60% of his passes, throw down the field, take pressure from the fans. But hey, they're going to sell jerseys, and Jeremy Lin has a new friend, so it all works out.
Speaking of teams with struggling offenses, Miami Heat have been on a bit of a schneid lately, losing both the last 2 games by double digits. First time they've done that all year.
It's the first time they've done it since LeBron and Bosh have gotten to the team, actually. First time ever.
I don't think this matters at all. Everyone's making a huge deal about this. When are we going to judge LeBron James? In the playoffs. So this doesn't matter. They're going to be probably the number 2 seed in the East. In the end, really, this regular season doesn't matter for them. We know they're going to be the number 2 seed. It doesn't matter. We know that they're probably going to meet the Bulls in the Eastern Conference Finals. And in the end, they need to get to the finals. They need to win. I don't think this doesn't matter. I'd rather see them play bad now than go to the playoffs and win. That's what they need to do. So the regular season really doesn't matter. So everyone's making a big deal about how they're struggling. They're in the midseason form right now. They're tired. Even Dwayne Wade said it last week. We're tired. You play all those games, especially with the condensed season. You're tired. You're going to lose some games. I really don't think there's a big deal here.
And I agree with that because when the Bulls make the playoffs, they're 50-2 without Derrick Rose right now. No one will bring up that stat because Derrick Rose will be playing in the playoffs. And at the end of the day, that's when it matters, and we'll just have to wait. Andrew Bynum's jacking up threes right now in the regular seasons. I mean, I think everyone's just waiting for the playoffs to start off right now.
Speaking of the Lakers, you're a big Lakers fan. Moving on to the other side of L.A. with the Clippers with the Vinny Del Negro shenanigans that are going on, turmoil in the locker room. What's going on with that?
I think once Chauncey Billups got injured, the team really started to go downhill because he was a coach on the floor for them, and he I don't want to say overruled, but he definitely could connect with the younger players a lot better than Vinny could, because Vinny has shown in his previous stop with the Bulls, he doesn't know how to manage minutes, he doesn't know how to manage his bench. He just happens to have 2 of the top 10 players in the league on his team, so that helps him out quite a bit. But when it comes time for late game situations, the Clippers have struggled repeatedly this year. And with Chris Paul on the team, I think that has to fall more on the coach, because Chris Paul has shown that he's capable of taking care of business in the final minutes of games. So Vinny needs to go.
Blake Griffin said it best. He said earlier in the week, it's not Vinny's fault. It's the players on the court. They're not getting it done.
Right. Blake put a lot of the losses on himself.
Exactly, and he should, because he's the star of the team with Chris Paul. So they need to take the bulk of the blame. And you know what? Maybe when they go into the offseason, maybe Vinny's probably not the coach. I never really liked him when he was the Bulls head coach. I think that a change might be better for them. But as of right now, they can't sit there and blame it on Vinny. They need to go out there and they need to do their job. And they need to win. And they're capable of doing better than what they are right now, even with the loss of Chauncey Billups. But you brought up a great point. Billups was definitely like the manager, head coach out on the court. And that loss was huge.
I definitely think Blake Griffin maybe should spend more time shooting free throws and making car commercials. That'd be a good start for him.
He needs to spend more time putting fans in the seats, is what they've been doing all year.
Yeah, but if you can't make free throws, you're not worthy of.
You're not going to win any NBA games.
Exactly. ask Dwight Howard how that's working out.
Moving on to the Diamond, unknown game. Mariners played Oakland in Japan over the
Yesterday.
It was last night, 7 p.m. Tokyo time, which is 6, 7 a.m. here.
You TV'd that, right?
Game nobody's ever heard. The only reason I knew they were playing because the Red Sox did the same thing a few years back. Mariners are now best team in the AL. 1-0.
Well, I mean, technically 1-0, but I mean, you always got to put the teams like the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Rays ahead of them. Basically, the entire AL East ahead of the Mariners.
Best division in baseball?
Clearly, just talent-wise, it is the best division. Do they have the best team in baseball? Probably not. But best overall division, yes. But
who's the best team?
The best team, I think you got to give it to the Phillies right now.
I still think Phillies are on top.
See, the problem with me with the Phillies, they're a great team, like you said. They got 2 of the top pitchers in the league, but they just seem to falter when they need to. The past couple of years, last year, early exit in the playoffs, they need to show me that they're legit by going into the playoffs and doing something because they faltered the past couple seasons. So I'm not really on the Phillies bandwagon. Yes, they're going to win the NL East, I believe, obviously, but we'll have to see. They have to prove it. The Yankees have proven in the past they can win. So I think they're a team to look out for. Their starting rotation is great. And also the Red Sox, Bobby Valentine, coming back to manage. I think he can make a huge impact on the team. I think that's a team to look out for. They could make an actual playoff run. It kills me to say it because I'm a Yankees fan, but they're actually a decent team this year, and I think they'll be able to move on.
That must have been tough for you to say.
With that payroll, they put together a decent team for this year.
Well, I think
very mediocrity team here.
Well, I think that they've decided that they put what they did last year behind them, and they're going to go out. They have a chip on their shoulder, and they're not going to worry about what happened last year. And also, there's an extra wild card for each league, so there'll be an opportunity for another team to go in, which will be interesting.
Every year, we always have those 1 or 2 teams from both leagues, the American National League, that are under the microscope. They're expected to succeed. Last year, it was the Red Sox, and the Phillies are there every year, and they never seem to win. It's always a team that's coming out of left field, pun intended. You had the Cardinals last year, the Giants before that, which is why I like the Yankees' position this year, because for once, they're not under the microscope. Obviously, everyone knows they're a good team because they always are. With that kind of payroll, you can't not be a good team. But they're not being looked at as the clear-cut favorite to win it all. So I say watch out for the Yankees to, I'm not saying run away with the AL East by any means. I'm just saying watch them take a wild card and just go right through the playoffs, be that team that gets hot at the right moment.
You can talk about chips on your shoulder all you want, like with Atlanta and Boston, but it's a 162-game season. You can't play with a chip on your shoulder every single game. Eventually it starts to wear off and you just go back into the everyday baseball mode. But once you get to September, we'll see what happens.
I mean, we've talked about baseball and nobody's mentioned Albert Pujols yet. Do you see him making a change in LA?
Albert Pujols.
I mean, don't forget they have C.J. Wilson now in their rotation as well. Like the Angels basically made the best, well, not the best, but like the biggest moves as far as free agency goes. Whether or not they can, that's the kind of team I'm talking about. They're under the microscope now. They're going to be expected to succeed, to win their division, and to go to minimum ALCS. So I wouldn't be surprised if they make an ALDS exit this year, just because they're not gelling as a team yet. But I mean, who's to say they can't win the World Series first year either? So.
And real quick, who's excited for Magic Johnson?
Magic Johnson, new owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Who's very excited for that?
Good opportunity for him. Good opportunity for the city. I mean, they were in turmoil with Frank McCourt. So
when I screw up as bad as Frank McCourt does, I want to get $2 billion for it. That's what I hope to happen.
I would be completely okay with that.
Not bad for a screw up. Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, that's about all the time we have here on LCTV Sports Talk. Thank you for tuning in.
Hi, I'm Erin Van Slyke, and we are here with LSPB co-chair candidate Kelsey Woodrick. Hi, Kelsey. How are you?
Hi, good.
And she's going to be, she's preparing to run and is running for the election in the next upcoming days. Kelsey, why don't you tell the viewers how you are with Bryce, right?
Right. Yeah.
You guys are together.
Yeah, we're running together.
Okay. And what are you guys doing to advertise yourselves?
To advertise ourselves, we've been utilizing Facebook frequently, and so what we're doing, we have this group, Vote for Kelsey and Bryce, LSPB co-chairs, and we've just been posting different reasons why students should vote for us. We have the top 10 reasons why students should vote for Bryce and Kelsey posted on Facebook right now. And we think it's very effective.
And Just give us, you don't have to give us all the top 10, but what's one reason why you guys put there?
One of the reasons why Bryce and I would like to be co-chair is because we will be seniors next year, as opposed to our candidate, to the other candidates who will be juniors next year. So we feel like we have seniority, so we also feel that we should have the reins of LSPB.
Well, and you guys have been here longer.
Right,
So
exactly.
Do you think that, how do you think that helps you in
Well, it definitely
being better for Lemoyne to give us, like, you know,
Right.
better things?
Well, it definitely helps us create more connections between students on campus, different administrators on campus, and it also helps us shed light on the different events that we could use on campus, and we know many more strategies to bring in different students and different groups of people to our events.
And how do you prepare to get more people active and participating in LSPB activities? Because sometimes you show up and there's like
Right,
2 people
yeah.
there.
No, there definitely is. There definitely are sometimes very low numbers at our events, but what we try to do is we try to utilize different places on campus, like the new pub, for example. So we have trivia nights there, and that brings in a lot of upperclassmen, and a lot of the time we have trouble getting them to the event. So something like the pub is definitely beneficial to attracting the upperclassmen students. But in regards to kind of like getting more like culturally diverse students to our events, we just try to make our events in general more diverse, and that means like just doing something that we wouldn't normally do, you know, not like the run-of-the-mill bingo, rather, you know, maybe like having a fashion show or doing something like that that gets other clubs involved.
Would you like to make it more diverse? You could like maybe incorporate like El Progreso or something.
Yeah, definitely, like El Progreso, Asia Club, Power, Wage, all those different kinds of groups. And a lot of times LSPB will sponsor different events that different clubs have, and we will also publicize for them, which also helps reel in different clubs and organizations on campus.
And what do you think you and Bryce will do differently than what they've done in the past for LSPB? What do you think has been ineffective in the past, and what do you think you guys will do to fix it in the future?
Well, I think that a lot of LSPB members do not really care to go to the events themselves, because on a Friday or Saturday night, like, a lot of students want to go out or have fun with their own friends, and sometimes when your friends don't want to go to the events, that kind of makes you not want to go either. So lack of attendance for members sometimes can be low. So what we strive to do is get more of our members involved, because if our members want to come to the events, then their friends will most likely want to come to the events. And it's kind of like the trickle effect in that sense.
And the fact that you're running with one of your friends.
Right,
is
exactly.
helpful, 'cause then you guys will both probably want to go anyway.
Definitely, yeah.
And what do you think some of the weaknesses are in the group, like right now? Like, what do you think, like, besides that, like, what do you think certain events have you noticed that haven't worked,
Right.
that they've been doing a lot?
Well, first I'll say that all of our members really try to put on the best events that they can. So there's definitely the effort, and a lot of times the events go through very smoothly. One of the events that we've had in the past that doesn't work so well is a couple years ago we had a Valentine's Day carnation and teddy bear sale.
I remember that.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
So that didn't work out to our advantage. We ended up losing money, and not many people participated in it, but it was a learning experience. So it's
Like everything new. it's a
Yeah,
learning
definitely.
experience. Speaking of things that are new, do you guys have any specific plans that you would have to do?
Yeah,
Like-
as I was saying earlier, we strive to get more different clubs and organizations involved with our group on campus, because we are such an extensive group. We have quite a big budget, larger than a lot of the smaller groups, like some of the clubs that I mentioned earlier. So what we would like to do is outreach to those clubs, whether through publicizing them or just creating like a bridge between us and some of the smaller clubs on campus, because we want to try to like make a more of like a Lemoyne community between everybody, and I feel like that will definitely be something helpful for us.
And why do you think you should be elected for co-chair personally for LSPB?
Personally, I have a lot of connections. I'm friends with a lot of students on campus. I have great connections with faculty, administration, just regular run-of-the-mill workers at Lemoyne. And I'm very organized. I always try to stay on top of my A game. And, well, I'm very competitive. So those are some aspects of why I should be elected. I'm very conscientious, and I'm definitely like putting myself out there.
Definitely, and by being here you are too.
Right.
And you can also see their top 10 reasons as to why they would want to be on LSPB chairs. So good luck to you and Bryce.
Thanks.
Best of luck in the next couple of days. Voting is this week, so get out there and vote. Thank you.
Thanks.
I'm Mary Van Slyke for LCTV.
Thanks for tuning in. We are here with fellow communication major Luke Baker to discuss his new production in the works of a music video with fellow alum Josh Redden. Luke, tell us a little bit about your project. What is your overall beginning goals in your pre-production of your video?
Well, I did a music video for another Lemoyne alum, Greg Giovannini. He graduated last year. And I was working here in the summer with Professor Stryskuth editing, and I would walk by the TV studio, and I knew the equipment was just sitting here. And I said, you know, I have all this time. I'm here on campus. Might as well do something. So I made a video for him, and I loved it. It was different than any other kind of filmmaking I've done before. So I talked to Professor Thurber, and I said, I want a class for music videos. He said, just do an independent study. And I said, okay. So I put my feelers out, and I knew Josh Redden, and I knew he had recorded a lot of really nice tracks. So I decided to make a video for him, and we did that the other day.
Was there someone in particular or something that inspired you to make this video?
Well, Josh, his music name is Trent Park, but his style of music is really different. It's like a slow R&B, and it has an alternative sound to it that I really enjoy, and that was kind of an inspiration in itself. So I thought, where can we really capture the kind of music that he can offer? So I looked around, and I wanted to shoot in a bar, and I knew the owner of Ales Wine and Whiskey Lounge from back home, which is in downtown Syracuse. And I said, can I use your bar to shoot the video? And he said, yeah, sure. You can have Sunday when we're not shooting. And it's you know, it's a lot of leather couches and brick walls, and it just has a lot of character, and it really goes well with the song.
Nice. What was your favorite part in working for the music video?
You know, the whole thing, just being in that atmosphere and just being able to feel the music. It's different from other filmmaking in that you don't need audio equipment at all. You know, you don't need to worry about microphones or you know, hearing the truck that goes by in the background, because it's all just the master track of the song and then the visuals you match it up with. So in a way, you're free to just explore what it looks like and to really capture that music.
What was the most valuable thing you learned after the shoot?
Oh man, I loaded my footage the other day, and some of it was just too dark to use, and I'm like, oh no, I spent, you know, hours on footage. You know, there's a back room with a pool table and by the bar, and you learn something every time you go out on a shoot. If everything went well, it wouldn't, you know, something would have been wrong. But you learn about backlighting, a lot of technical things that I learned. But the good shots were better than any shots I'd had before. And then even the bad shots weren't so bad, but I knew where to go from there.
Right. What did you like most about filmmaking and producing?
Oh, that's a good question. I love producing. I mean, that's what I want to do. Just, you know, calling people. I think I'm a people person, so I love saying, hey, I'm Luke Baker. I'm with so-and-so, and we want to film here, and just, you know, wheeling and dealing and just talking to people. And it was like that. There was a lot of pre-production. I mean, last week, this course is all semester, and I just started shooting, maybe a little too late. But it's a lot of production, you know. You need to make sure your props, your costumes, The location is set, you have a crew, you have equipment, and that's my favorite part, just bringing it all together and then just being there for shoot day. It's exciting, you know, there's so much going on, and even though it could be stressful, it's a lot of fun.
That's great. Do you have any special plans for the future?
I'm still job hunting. You know, at lunch we all talk about, like lunch with seniors, you know, do you have any job offers, or are you going to grad school? And I'm still waiting, but I applied to a few magazines for web video publication and a couple breweries because they do a lot of video stuff and internships. But definitely filmmaking in the future.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here with us, Luke.
Well, thank you.
Make sure to stay tuned to LCTV to see exclusive footage of Luke Baker's music video featuring music from Lemoyne alum Josh Rodden.
And this is the website of the week. Do you just want to listen to some good music before you go out for a fun night? Do you want to watch more than one YouTube video at one time, but the Lemoyne Wi-Fi is too slow? To hit the Lemoyne internet? Well, here at LCTV, we have the website for you. The website of the week is two YouTube videos and a crossfader. This website has the ability to play 2 YouTube videos at the same time, listen to the video, and load the others while one is playing. So become the best DJ at any party you want to become the best DJ at. This is helpful to all you Lemoyne students who cannot stand to wait for the internet to load and just want to play YouTube and some great music. Check out 2 YouTube videos and a .com to experience the epicness.